So in this episode, we're going to utilize the CMS and the OF 1400 router with a roundover bit to soften the entire outside edge of our tabletop. Let's get to it. So while everything else is in clamps, drying up, made another table, slightly different design, same basic principle, but now we're going to use our CMS router table to soften up the edges around here. I'm going to use a roundover on the top and bottom, so when I get done, it's going to look like just a solid bull nose all the way around. I've already gone through the process of setting up the heights of the bits, the fence with the start pin. The dust extraction's all hooked up, but if you want to know more about setting it up, we've got a series of videos on the Festool USA YouTube channel that you can watch and learn more about it. So after I ran that first edge, if you look right here, looks like there's a little dip. What that actually is, I took the pressure off of the table when I was running it through there. So this is correct, this is correct, this is a high spot. So if I keep pressure on the table, hold it down to the top of the CMS, it gives me a nice fluid edge. So I'll just run that back through the CMS and clean that up. So now that I've ran it through a second time, you can see it smoothed all that out. So it's super important that you keep constant pressure on the workpiece the entire time through the router table. So now we're ready to flip it over and run all 4 edges of the other side. So you can see after we run the top and bottom, gives you a nice round over effect. Touch it up with a little sandpaper, and this top is about done. So you don't have to use a round over bit. You can also use something like a chamfer bit. There's a lot of different options. It just depends on your preference. You can also use a handheld router like our 1400 router or 2200 or a 1010 router. I prefer the CMS. It allows me to do all edges, one right after the other in a nice fluid motion. Moving forward, we need to focus on sanding. The top separately, the legs separately, and then the apron separately. To continue the build video, click here or check this out. And don't forget to subscribe.